Congrats! Oh. But I never even thought that was a sequence break, honestly. But I guess it does skip the wall jump tutorial. Whoa, I can't. Why can't I jump? It's not. Oh, did I think I got the checkpoint down here too, didn't I? What's happening with the. Why is it still making that congratulations noise? Yeah, I can't knock him into the, That ouch was really delayed. I can't knock him into the Thunder Tiki. I don't like that. But I don't know why it's not letting me jump on that thing. It's kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know if the hitbox is weird for the Tartars or something in particular. I feel like I don't hit them when I expect to hit them. Oh, God. Huh, I think the main thing so I think the Chaotrons do duplicate enemies more quickly, but I think the projectiles they shoot too, like the enemies they shoot out, also travel a lot faster. Yeah, the spring-loaded effect is doing weird things. But yeah, the fanfare sound, I guess that might be considered a glitch. Look at that, I can't hit this guy. His hitbox is way smaller than his actual model. But the fanfare, I think what's going on there is, there's something I did that triggers the fanfare. Oh, no where it even is. Maybe in the opening, a door or something. That told her. And every time I respawn, that thing gets set to open again. Thanks. Thanks, boosting.
I feel like a new sponge. And
that also triggers a sound. I think there are other places in the original game where you can see something similar happen, but I don't remember what happening here. I may be wrong though. Okay, I need to see how to make this part work now. The clam conveyor. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Something's wrong here. Like, look how glitchy this is. I actually don't know how to make this jump. How do I do this jump? I'm actually legitimately not sure how to do this jump. I need a fanfare every time I mess up in my life. I legitimately don't know how to make this jump. Ah, come on, I tried so hard. Shoo. No, that's not the place to put me. Game. Game. There we go. I was trying to drown, not take away by Hans. You need to believe. I believe that this tartar sauce guy's hitbox seems to be way higher, like way taller. It's like half his height. Guess you gotta go further back on the platform, I guess. Also, string delay is like maybe like 30 seconds or so. It's kind of long, but I decided not to opt for the ultra low string delay because I wanted to show off this game's nice quality. Like every now and then I'll do a good jump, but it's hard to. I can't really guess very well when I'm going to do a good jump. Like I don't know how to determine when a jump is gonna be good or not. Ha! No! No checkpoints! Darn it! I dropped right onto a checkpoint! This is my first problem with the game, my first real problem. This section is bad, like, I feel like this is kind of obvious. I mean, a single issue is... and it's just a single issue in a game, but... like, that big of an issue, that obvious of an issue this early in the game, like, I don't know how other people got past that. Like, what... like, did other people not have that issue? When they were doing QA for the game or something? I'm not sure.
I love opening presents. It shines.
But, this is a big enough thing that is pretty bothersome, despite being a single thing. I'm not gonna, like, declare the game worse than the original immediately just because of this one bug. But it does bother me. And there are some little things too, like the Tartar's hitbox being really wrong. I'm still habitually attacking every time I go in the air. How do you get down there? You drop from one side to the other. Look at you, you made a jump. See, I feel like I should have hit him there. I don't know if my range is shorter?
Fresh like a spring breeze.
Amusingly though, if they hadn't fixed the quote-unquote sequence break here, I wouldn't actually have to make this jump anyways. This game will definitely get patches. Yeah, but come on, shouldn't the game be playable when it's first released? Bikini Bottom, the original Arcane had patches. The original Arcane had patches, and it was pretty fine for it. Not that it doesn't have bugs, like, the whole Spearline community is built on having bugs, but those bugs aren't games I think degrade the experience of the game. There aren't bugs that inhibit gameplay like this one does. I don't consider a game complete until at least a month after launch. Yeah, I know. Doesn't mean I like that though. Have other people? I'm curious what it would be like seeing other people at this part. I wonder if they've had the same issue or something. Oh, can I do this? No, that's not consistent. There we go. There's a pattern to it. I figured out a pattern. If I do a bubble bash and then jump 3 times, the third jump is good. Jeez. Yeah, I think my range is shorter than my attack. Quite a few games got day 1 patches. Yeah. I mean, this is another thing with me not being used to recent games. Like, because I don't play new games. Like, part of what's amazing of playing this game for me is that I'm not used to... like, I don't play things older than, like... or newer than, like, 2006. So, I'm not used to the idea of newly released games not being, like... all good and bug-free. I'm used to where, when you released a game, that was it. Patches weren't a thing. So I guess there is the mentality of, well, whatever bugs there are, we can just patch them, so maybe just skip out a little bit on QA. Jeez, this thing needs to... I think this thing is tipping really slowly. So those urchins are floating out the rocks. Yeah, I guess it's just like another texture applied onto it. Darn it! I'm not too bothered by that, considering that... hey, we got 3D urchins to begin with. We didn't have that in the original. Hey, Mario. I want to get up there. Why is this going so slow? Patches and DLC expansions still only PC types of things. Yeah, I don't... oh! Do they not intend for you to actually, like, jump up here now? Okay. No, you can do it. Yeah, and I don't have as many issues, I don't think, with DLC as lots of people seem to. And if people find a big bug the first day that your game is released or something, then yeah, I patch it, of course. But preferably you wouldn't need those patches. I miss having the little Spongebob icons on these walls. Yeah, this is a lot faster. You also don't have to press any buttons. Actually, you don't need to have control over SpongeBob as you're doing it. Like, I can't even move down. Like, I have no directional input while I'm doing that. Which is probably for the better. I wonder what Flying Dutchman's Graveyard is gonna be with that. Gonna be like with that, because Flying Dutchman's Graveyard has some really tricky wall jump sections. I don't know if I'll make it easier or harder. I feel like these guys attack a lot faster. I'm sure that they do. King Jellyfish. Off we go. Alright, like, almost 2 hours in. Time to get to the first boss.
Bubble Buddy! Gosh, everyone is trying to help out today.
What do you mean everyone? Yeah, it's kind of, he says this here in the first level.
Step
Like, you find so many
quietly
other
there.
people in so many other
That
levels
king
later.
jellyfish is just up at the top of this path.
Yeah, thanks, the sign
Good
told me
luck.
that.
You'll need it.
Thanks, Bubble Buddy.
Awkward staring.
Are you sure that you're ready to tackle King Jellyfish?
Oh, yeah.
Weird little nitpick. That spring-loaded platform now, in the background, it's covered in grass now. It wasn't before. Kind of weird.
I feel like a new
I don't know if
sponge.
I like that this game has so much more fog in it than the original. Like, I feel like it's kind of a downgrade. You'd expect to have less fog in a newer game, right? It does kind of help us feel, I guess, that we're really high up. But how are you feeling high up in the original anyway?
I knew the king jellyfish was big, but who knew he had such a beautiful voice?
So is the King Jellyfish's living quarters like literally just a bathroom, showing the shower, I guess? You spent so long in the grass growing the platform. I believe it. Ooh, that's interesting. I was waiting for that like big vertical. Like the visual tell is different than it used to be, I think. For him attacking. That's interesting. I can open the box now. You are underwater. That's weird. Huh. When does he leave himself open? I'm used to him being open immediately after he attacks. Might exchange time. Maybe. Is he still, invincible? Like, he's always surrounded by electricity. Did they change those fight words? Oops. Nothing different happens if I let him attack a few times or anything. No, I just have to attack him. I need to hit slap him again. Oh, that's weird. I need to hit him his top part as opposed to the bottom part now, I guess? Because his tentacles still hurt me? I can't, it's hard for me to say what this would be like if I hadn't played the game before. I feel like having already known when he's vulnerable, the fact that I wasn't actually sure is a bad thing. I guess the idea is that okay, those little words of encouragement are kind of weird. But,
I feel like a new sponge.
can I talk to Ball Buddy during this? I don't remember if you could. I think you can.
Are you sure?
Yep. Watch him. I guess, so the white flash, I guess, is to indicate that
You just met
you're
the
gonna
sponge
hit that part of him. That part's vulnerable. But it's when the rest of his body is also flashing with electricity. So I just figured it was probably electric effect. Jeez. Yeah, that attack is a lot faster. That camera got stuck between him and the shower curtain. Yeah, King Jellyfish always just randomly spawn jellyfish. What? Okay. Too slow. I thought he was gonna attack again for some reason. I mean, maybe it's a good thing I actually had to put in effort to beat a boss in this game. Hi. Wonder where he went.
I feel like a new sponge.
Let's actually get that box now. There we go. And down we go. Ah! No, this camera is not working. Why is the camera trying to stay behind me? It should be looking down. I can make the camera move down, but then it's back on its own. Oh, those are weird physics. Hans? What did you just do? What was that? Actually, I listened to Larry's dialogue here instead of it being a
It looks like you'll have to make
spatula
a
immediately.
huge jump at the
The
end
jelly's
of that
purple, so
ramp
green
in
now.
order to
Oh,
reach
huh,
that
yeah.
golden spatula, huh? Cowabunga!
Wow, that's a mighty big leap. I hope I can make it.
It's not a checkpoint. It seems like whenever you fall out of bounds now, the game respawns you dynamically.
Keep trying, Spongebob. I have faith in you.
It just goes to wherever your last safe spot was and respawns you there, which tends to end up putting you in really weird places. Right as extreme as you want to make it. Hey, the snowman / sandman come later. That's in Sand Mountain. Yeah, those sliding's a massive downgrade, I think, compared to the original. And look at this fog. You can't even see what the track ahead is. Yeah, this controls so... I can't turn hard enough. God, this checkpoint system doesn't work. Hans was having a problem there.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
There we go,
I'm
that's where I
ready.
needed to go. Like seriously, if I fall off the slide, just bring me back to the top of the slide, that's fine.
I love opening presents.
I can't turn hard enough on this slide. It's like I have a lot of momentum in the other direction. It's like the slide... It's like the slide mechanics aren't made for me to turn hard enough for this. I don't like how I can just fall off the slide and get back on either. Ah! I expect to keep my momentum, so I'm not holding the stick when I jump off of that. If you don't hold the stick, you lose all your momentum when you jump off the slide. Yeah, slide I'm considering like kind of worse in every way in this game. Oh, you left the water on that. It's so wasteful, Spongebob. How did it drain then? I guess you pulled the plug, but you never turned off the water. Yeah, Ian, the camera, this slide's not working. I don't look forward to Sand Mountain, actually. That's not gonna be fun. If this is what slides are like. Oh, I didn't be able to see that part down there. Oh, that's kind of weird. I don't like the collisions in these boxes either. So far, I guess, insofar as how much I'm liking the game, I'm seeing, like, visually at least, I like it a lot. I appreciate some things too, like Spongebob himself having some new animations, having some new voice lines as well. Gameplay, I'm not sure yet about the enemies seeming a bit tougher. That may be good. There's some definite kinks to work out though, as far as gameplay goes, for instance slides especially. And that spring platform earlier.
See, no problem. You could do anything you set your mind and your muscle to. See, no problem.
It's interesting,
You could
SpongeBob
do
looks
anything.
up at Larry. Like, what will you like that? Like, Spongebob talking to people seems a lot cooler now. I like how it works. So now it shows a bubble effect and then the loading screen instead of loading during the bubble effect or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that feels so much better.
Anything for my best friend Squidward. Can I rub some on?
That's his eager face.
What if I just gave you this?
Gave me what? They don't sync the spatula appearing with his dialogue anymore. Also, you have to be closer to be able to talk to them, I
This is why I
think.
don't go outside. Ever.
Oh, there's a hilt on the spatulas now. That's weird.
This is why
Okay, so how well did we do here? Because there should be at least 2 socks here we don't have yet. I missed 3. There's so many socks here. I have 14 socks. Oh no, there's one here too. There's the one you need to play as Patrick for. Darn it. How do you get back here as Patrick? I don't actually even remember. There's no convenient way to get back here as Patrick, I don't think. That's interesting. There's there's actual dedicated confirmation screen. I will say, I never had any issues with the original. The boxes disappoint me too. I never had any issue with the original pause screen in the game, but I think I like this one. I don't think it's like necessarily much better, but it's nice. That's one of the many things in this game where I feel like it's different, not necessarily much better, but it's different and at least as good. I think that's all lots of the things in this game are like. Also, the better language support is cool. If only because I can listen to Japanese plankton now. And I've discovered Japanese plankton through this game.
I don't think SpongeBob's underwear fits quite right.
I don't know if I have much preference for or against Patrick's attack moving a lot further forwards now. I guess it could be frustrating in the original how... It's so hard to get in these boxes. I guess it could be frustrating in the original how...
Oh, Mermaid Man. You're like a big heroic prune.
I love this game's dialogue. It could be annoying how you need to be really close to someone to attack them. But I just got used to it, I guess. That's weird. Why are shutting out just fine then? So pick up that one sock, and then we can finally the first area. Although Jellyfish Fields does have quite a lot to it compared to some other areas, I think too. Like 14 socks. I wonder if that smart camera has something to do with the slide cam. Maybe. I don't know what smart camera does. I mean, it'd be nice if the options told me what they did, but they don't. Where is that freezer fruit again? It's over there. Okay. Wait. Huh. The cannon respawns. That's gonna be really annoying in downtown if the cannons always respawn. In a certain way, I kind of like that because I always missed how these cannons, cannonball, these cannons disappeared forever after you first destroyed them. But it's also gonna be really annoying having to get past them if they come back later.
Sure gotta carry a lot of stuff around.
Belly flop. Ow.
Oh goody, another one!
It's interesting seeing a lot more fidelity in the collisions on things, but sometimes I think that kind of works against the game, especially with the lack of definition of what's in and out of bounds. That's all Sucks gonna get here for now, though.
Hey, Squidward!
Go away, Patrick. I'm waiting for SpongeBob. Can't believe I just said that.
You're not. So I got you what you needed. But I'm gonna take a brief moment to just like stand up and walk around and get a little bit of water, I guess. Having completed that little milestone in the game. How do I say the cannons? Because I miss messing around with them. Yeah, I agree. In fact, I actually used one of the cannons in downtown for the Spongebob only run by doing damage booster. I kind of want to see some of those new idle animations. Oh, you can see the giant sandcastle over there too. It is cool being able to see more stuff in the background here. Yeah, you can see a lot of stuff. This does feel a lot more populated. Back in the original Bikini Bottom, the background, like the far out areas, felt a little bit really. I don't even know why you would make that an idle animation. He's not reacting to anything, but the world felt kind of empty in the original. So I think it's nice that they add a lot more here. Being rehydrated. Stuff's important, man. Just give me a moment. I don't know if I'll even bring out the BRB screen. I know I have a BRB screen, so I might as well use it. Although I can't get the cursor off of the game without Ooh. Okay. Without. I don't really know how to get the cursor out of the game in general, actually. Oh, clicking apparently makes you attack. Yeah, I have to pause the game, then click, and then I can move my cursor off the screen. It's kind of weird. But if the game loses focus, it stops making sound, but the game still works, which is really weird. But give me a moment. Oh, see you, Muscledone. In fact, I'm not really even going anywhere. I'm just pacing around this one room and getting some water. So, I'm not leaving you. I'm just kind of, like, slightly further away for a second. I wish I could at least have the music playing, but well, I can't. I just need to click back on the game window. There you go. I'm literally doing stretches right now. I'm not used to this whole playing games for hours thing. It does a number on my body. Alright, I think I can work with this. There we go. And of course we lose audio when we do that. There we go. Yeah, I don't know how streamers do the whole, like, streaming for a whole day thing. I know most people don't do that, but it seems like it's pretty normal to stream for like 4 hours at a time. Like, I'm feeling beat after 2. Alright, so where do I want to go next? I guess we should do things like vaguely in the intended order. Oh, I never went to Scooter's house. I forgot to jump around like an idiot. So I guess that means going to downtown next.
First, those stupid robots ruined a perfectly relaxing mud bath this morning, and now you show up. Can my day get any more dreary?
The lip syncing doesn't seem very good, and the game doesn't seem to be lagging, so I'm not sure the lip syncing is not working very well.
I am so sorry, Squidward. Patrick and I were just playing a game and...
Oh, I correct myself. I should have known that whole robot problem involved both of you.
Although, I don't remember how good the lip syncing was in the original. I don't remember ever noticing it being bad, but I probably wasn't paying much attention to it to begin with. You could call the stream, nah.
Squidward, I don't know what to do. How can I fix everything?
I don't think I'll go for too much longer. I'll probably do like 3 hours at most. So like 45 minutes longer, or something like that.
But seriously, just jump around like an idiot. That should at least make me smile.
I'd say I appreciate that picture of Squidward behind him right now, but that picture already appeared in his dream. I hope that picture still appears in his dream in this game. That was the best part
I
of
didn't know
Squidward's dream.
Squidward had a
That's a
lamp.
nice default camera angle.
I didn't know Squidward had a lamp.
The picture behind Squid, yeah indeed.
See, Squidward? I knew that you could help me out. You're the best.
Don't touch me.
What? They completely changed the dialogue. That's weird. Is the idea you actually made him smile or something? And originally he just said, "Stop it!" And then he gave you a spatula so you would go away. But they... Maybe the idea is they're maybe... It's just some trying to be like... conscious of fans and how some people thought that Squidward abuse got kind of old. But... I didn't think this was really the most egregious case of it in this series. I don't know. Interesting, the little things on his shelf are still actually two-dimensional little things. And it kind of keeps in with the show's art style, so I think it works. Where's Bold and Brash? I think... Is Bold and Brash back in his dream? I don't remember.
Hey, Squidward.
Didn't I pay you to go away?
Not really, no. The dialogue changed. I can't tell if that's actually physics or like an animation. It could be both, I guess. It could have like physics up an animation. Oh, they don't make a sound anymore. But I didn't do anything to his big painting.
Hey, you. Patrick needs to do laundry.
There we go. Got JPEG for a second. But there we go. But I thought you had to hit that for the sock to appear, do you not? Maybe you don't. Okay, how many socks do... Well, I know I have enough socks for a spatula.
Wow, SpongeBob, you found some!
Now they're back home.
Safe where they belong.
Here's your golden back scratcher.
Spatula.
I
I don't speak Italian. How many times have I heard this exchange?
Did you find my lost socks?
Not yet, Patrick.
Oh. Did they find you?
And what happens if you make multiple spatulas appear here simultaneously? I don't remember if the game bugs out. I don't remember if the original... Oh wait. Yeah, I do wonder. Because in the original, I don't think you can. I think the original, if you talk to Patrick, you immediately get the you immediately get the spatula. So you can't talk to him multiple times and make multiple spatulas appear. I wonder what happens if you make multiple spatulas appear at once in this game. Because you can talk to him again without picking up a spatula. Strange how only Squidward's voice speaks his mic. Does it? I didn't notice. Anyways. I wonder if anybody ever complained about how quickly SpongeBob moves in this game, because it does feel kind of slow sometimes. It's just kind of amusing considering how fast everything else is in this game. It reminds me a little bit of Blinks' Waddle in Blinks the Time Super, how some people thought he moved kind of slowly. I feel like SpongeBob moves at a really similar pace. Although Squidward's specialty is yelling, so I don't think it's that surprising.
Bikini Bottom, once a bustling metropolis, now a debris-covered crater.
Did they redo the voice acting for the French dude?
SpongeBob, the robots are destroying downtown Bikini Bottom. We have to evacuate.
Oh, Mrs. Puff is shaking now at least. But she used to always shake.
All right, but it's gonna take a while to get all this dust.
That glisten in SpongeBob's eye.
Not vacuum, evacuate. We have to get everyone to safety.
Well, I guess the thing is they gave Mrs. Puff more animations. So that means she's not always shaking. Seems lower quality than everyone else's. I might have to listen to it again. But Mrs. Puff, I think the idea was, it wasn't necessarily intentional in the original that Mrs. Puff was always shaking. It was just that she didn't have any other animations. So she was always shaking because that was her only animation. Whereas in this one, she has
Can
more
we just
animations.
load them up in the boats?
Tries to take over the world.
That won't do any good.
Why not?
Because the robots have taken all the steering wheels.
Couldn't we just drive in a straight line?
No, there are too many turns.
I mean, this is a nice, like, landscape city. Like, everything's at 90-degree angles. Oh, Mrs. Puff shaking. Yeah. Hi, Spike G.
Those fields,
And I admit
they
I'm
thought
also
of
kind of
everything.
disappointed by Mrs.
Never
Puff
fear,
not always
Mrs. Puff.
shaking.
I'll get those
Because I feel like
steering
it
wheels
gave her... That body language gave everything she said a particular, like, accent to it, so to speak.
SpongeBob,
certain
if you're
mood
involved,
to it?
I always fear. But I tell you what, if you can pull this off, I'll give you a golden spatula.
So I do
back.
miss
A
it,
driver's license instead.
but
Nice try.
I think it makes sense. I can imagine a good reason as to why it's different.
Without steering wheels, we can't use the boats to evacuate.
Why can't you move the
Find
camera when you're
one
talking to
in
someone?
downtown Bikini Bottom.
By the way, if anybody ever told me there'd be a SpongeBob game in the Unreal Engine, I would have been very confused. And here we are. Oh, hello. Ah, he doesn't bounce away when I hit him. Oh, I wonder if the... Since we saw that the cannons don't get destroyed permanently in Joyfish Fields, I wonder if other things are permanent. Like, I wonder if blowing up these walls is permanent. I would hope it is. Boom. Spin. That's a big cannon. With very little firepower. Well, this thing looks so much more detailed now. Now,
I love opening
this thing
presents.
now shoots a lot further and harder. There you go. I don't know how that thing aims. But that's just one of the mysteries of life, I guess. All the mysteries of SpongeBob that we've learned to accept. The cannon is compensating. It's compensating for the lack of background behind it. Ah! That was a really contrived bounce. You got lucky. Oh, that's weird.
Sometimes pushing a simple button is the most satisfying.
The-
Push, 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 push.
The base of this, like the pole of this light hardly has any shadow. You can see a little bit of it right here. But then its head has a shadow right here. That's really weird.
Fresh like a spring breeze.
I'm gonna get hit now. Yep. That's interesting. I shake even though I don't flinch. I shake, I flash. There's some cases where I don't... Yeah, I think they
Feel like
kind
a new
of...
sponge.
I don't think they understand the sense of humor with some of the cutscenes in this game. Where things will just like really suddenly fall into something else, for instance. Without much detail. Like, part of the humor was that it was like really sudden and like coarsely animated. Like right here in the original, the anvil just fell on the thing and that was it. Just slams down and got done. Cannon gone. Kind of like how when SpongeBob got hit by the safe in the tutorial. I think they changed the color of this thing too. But they seem to have lost a lot of the humor from that. I think the jump sounds are the same. Sounds like the dog sounds the same too.
Oh, sparkly.
Hard on the big paint screen. Oh, that's weird.
Like that.
Why didn't they keep the red lines in Bikini Bottom if they kept it in downtown? You still have the lines here. I feared they had some kind of like philosophical
Fresh like a
objection to the red
spring
lines.
breeze. Boy, Patrick will be glad to have this back.
That's an amusing little detail. That's a nice new Easter egg, I guess. Hi. Why'd they do that? It's not any reference to the show or anything, it's just kind of there. I do appreciate though that them having some new references to the show in this, because the the value of this game largely was that it referenced the show, but didn't reference. It wasn't based on a specific episode of the show or anything like that, like the movie was, for instance, like a
Number
movie game
one
was.
in the Bikini Bottom scavenger hunt, 3 years running. Thank you.
Oh, this one I cannot jump on. That's interesting. Usually you can jump on those. So, them having updated the game a little bit with different references and whatnot is appropriate, I think. Also, I feel like that... I like that the Spongebob is animated. He makes faces. I feel like it should be,
Rollerific.
like shining or something? Oh man, the Spongebob physics are not any better than they were in the original. It's really similar to the original, but with even less control. Otherwise, it actually feels really faithful. Like, it even bounces like crazy off of random things. Oh! Yeah, it gets really caught up on the level geometry that you can't even see. Whoa! I can jump? Wait a minute. You can roll quickly but cannot do anything else. That's patently untrue. I can jump for some reason. That's a weird change. I wonder why they did that. Like, the game's not designed to require you to jump anywhere. So why'd they do that? It means you can move around ever really quickly a bit easier, I guess. It's kind of weird. But also, I usually press the A button to get out of the sponge ball. It's always weird to me how Gary doesn't... Like, that's not clearly not Gary's actual voice right there. When he meows. Also, it doesn't automatically introduce you to the G-Love when they appear. That's weird. With him. I guess the roars are officially... Weird little detail. Oh yeah, this guy still has his little animation. I love that. Good job. You know, they kind of like give you a way to jump over here, but not much point in doing so. Maybe the idea is you can jump on these awnings, but you can already pick up the stuff over here without that anyways. Oh. Is there anything that sucks over here? I don't think so. Alright, or the hot sauce. Oh. So that was an interesting rolling animation. Nah. I mean, it's starting to get a little bit more used to the platforming in this game. They might need to play with the smart camera at some point too to see what that actually does and doesn't do. At the moment, I'm not too certain what its effect actually is. Oh, that's weird. Everything's sand down here instead of like rock and whatnot. I guess that makes sense, although it definitely changes the color of the level. It changes the look of everything. The world definitely feels a lot more sandy in the remake. Which makes enough sense. Was that supposed to open up one of these areas over here? I guess not. Gyarados supposed to open one of those walls. Oh well. It feels like I missed the point of a lot of the navigation with the Spongebob here, because you just jump over everything.
Bringing it
Oh,
around
there you go.
town.
That's a new line.
It shines.
It feels so abusable being able to jump, though. Like, I could probably... Like, you could already abuse the Spongebob in the original to get places that you shouldn't. Like, now I can do this. I could do this in the original. That's not easily. Took way more effort to bounce around from one place to the other with the Spongebob in the original. But now look at me. So I imagine now, I could probably, for instance, I could probably pick up that sock in the top left there. Oh, can I stay on top of this thing? I can. I imagine I can get on top of this thing. And then maybe get on top of this up here. With the sponge ball. Oh, whoops. Also, it feels really satisfying to be able to go on top of this. Because this, for some reason, you couldn't go on top of it before. This just had, kind of breaks the game easier. Yeah, that's weird, because it seems like they put so much effort into making it, the game more sturdy in other respects. But the SpongeBob feels so much more exploitable. But you have no idea how satisfying it is when you, to me, being able to go out to the first nautical bank. Forgot to give that banner texture its other side. Whoops. And then they would add something so much more abusable like that. That's kind of weird.
Bringing it around town.
I'm tempted to try to go up there, but I'm not going to waste too much time doing that.
Around town.
Okay, SpongeBob.
Bringing it around town. I feel
Yeah.
like a new sponge.
There's some things. That... Some small things too that don't feel as polished, like, I can't do it now. The cues for characters to say things, they're location-based, feel a little bit
I love opening presents. Fresh like a
unrefined.
spring breeze. Bringing
Because
it
you can get the character to say the
around
same... SpongeBob, stop it! You can get the character to say it over and over again,